Today in Skulk Horde Survival Rockstars, we build some more sentry turrets to defend our base, we grow our villager farm, and most importantly, we built an awesome set of enchanted diamond armor. So let's get into it. Alright, if we want to get our villagers up and running as strong and as, useful as possible, Rockstars, we need to get some work done. So let's start with actually getting what villagers we want. Ooh, I am running low on EMC. That's really not good. Okay, we can sacrifice our diamond pickaxe for now since it's not enchanted. So that's 5 lecterns for 5 librarians. What's armor smith again? No, actually, apparently it's blast furnace. So, I need 1 more blast furnace. Come on. There we go. 5 and 5. And do I actually have, I have another table in here, right? There we go. Transmutation table, because I don't think I have one downstairs in our pit, which we also have to clean up. And add more sentry guns. We have a lot of work to do. But first, I need these villagers up and running, and we're keeping it to a set of 10. Oh, please don't walk into the lava villagers. I gave you a little wall, but that still scares me that you're just doing that. And I do have an EMC table down here. Perfect. So I can actually store that away. I do need to add a roof to this place because I don't want things falling down here or from these caves and killing my villagers. So, but let's get these jobs down for now. We can work on making it pretty, I guess, later. But right now, I need these jobs up and running. So 5 librarians and 5 armor smiths. So what do armor smiths basic trade? It's coal. So we need coal and paper. Yo, Mr. Armor Smith, give me those emeralds, and we can start leveling these guys up like crazy while actually making a little bit of money. Obviously this is the easiest way to make money without our EMC generators. Okay, I've maxed that one out. I want to max all of these armors up first, and then I need to, once we actually have them all maxed out, we can decide who has the best trades and then separate them from there. Iron for emerald, that's not a bad trade. Okay, so it seems all the coal for emerald ones are gone, which is fine. We can just work on paper now. Come on, guys. I'm looking for some protection 4 style types of books, kind of anything in that realm. Mending, breaking, those really good stuff. Maybe thorns. Oh, you want books and emeralds. A sharpness 2 base, though. That's pretty solid. That might be a good librarian once we master him up, so that's actually really exciting. I don't know if the beginning trades entail what they might have later on, but, it's at least exciting to think they could. The only problem is they get a lot less XP once we get them past basically the basic level, and it doesn't become nearly as valuable to trade with them for the paper. So that's where EMC trading starts to become an issue here. But I mean, hey, we are already maxed out on our trades outside of the losing emerald trades, but we went from basically what, like 30,000 to 1.9 million EMC. That's kind of nuts. And we're gonna need it, especially if we want to get netherite, which is a couple 100,000 EMC each, if not a million. And then we have all of these gale or goddess bonds and bands, the ingestion rings, the zero ring, the swift wolf's rending gale, that can all be used in things like the soul stone, the body stone, the mind, and the life stone. All seem to be pretty expensive components that we can either hold on ourselves and put on pedestals for extra defenses. Alright, I guess I should give them time for their trades to reset, so I guess let's make this place a little bit nicer looking. I think stone bricks would be the easiest thing to actually make this roof out of, and we don't need to make it super tall, and this will actually allow us to block off the lava. So I feel like if we just make it right here, because this is the lowest cave that can actually reach the villagers. I fell. Besides that little cave over there, so this is going to be a good starting point. We'll just fill all the stone bricks in right here, and then eventually I guess we can change the walls to be something nicer and whatnot. Well, the villagers should definitely be safe from mob spawns, hopefully from the Skulk. They're at the very bottom of the world. They have a roof and walls, so hopefully it's all good. That also took a little bit longer than expected, so I'm not going to make this place pretty, not right now at least. I am going to go back to trading with these guys though, and trying to max every single villager out, and hopefully we get something good. You have looting 3, that's really nice. That's something. Sharpness 2 is a start. Yeah, so some of these guys are looking to be pretty promising, and some of these I'm not sure about yet, like these iron legging starts for the armor novices, but I guess we'll figure that out here in a minute. As soon as we get these guys done, we can actually finish up our sentry guns and prep for netherite next episode, hopefully, because protection 3 and 4 diamonds pretty good, but I want to get to netherite as soon as possible. We finally got everyone to a master level villager, and we've got them separated too, so that's really nice, but most of them aren't very good. Let's go over what we do have real quick. For our armors, we have 1 or 2 okay ones. We've got some protection 1 and fire protection. We don't really have any amazing books from what I've seen. We've got a lot of curse of vanishing, binding here, projectile protection. The riptide 3 is okay. The sharpness 2 guy didn't get us anything outside of luck of the sea 3, which was disappointing. Now, some of these armors that started with iron are actually not bad. This guy's got Unbreaking 3 diamond as a base, which I wish it at least had like protection 2, so it would have been a little bit more and a little cheaper to build on, but it works. It's something. Looting 3 only gave us projectile protection 4, so nothing crazy there. And I did realize I made a mistake when making these guys. This guy only gave us Demonstrator 1, is that I didn't pay attention to which villager got which job from which block. So if I break a block and it's the wrong villager, I could lose a really good trade. So I can't reset them really. This guy's okay, but I mean, once again, he's got fire protection, projectile protection 2, nothing crazy. And we've got Unbreaking 2 here on some boots, so I guess that's a start because we only have a part of the diamond armor on the other one. Now I think this guy is our best trader overall. He comes with protection 1, protection 2, diamond leggings and boots with depth strider, and then we have protection 1, respiration, or protection 2 and breaking 2 with respiration 1 on the helmet, and a protection 2 diamond chest plate. Not insane, but it might be cheaper than to build on what we already have. That's kind of the idea, because I want to get every possible enchantment if I want to be able to survive with vanilla armor, because that's what I'm trying to do. But that also ended off with 3 million EMC, so we have plenty of EMC to finally work with, which is good because we need a few more sentry guns up top. Actually realizing it, all of those villagers but 1 or 2 are bad. I could break every block, and unless I hit the 20% chance of hitting the 1 block I don't want to hit, I should be fine on resetting my villager trades and re-giving them their jobs. But first, I want to get some more defenses. I want to work on these 0 rings and whatnot and all this, but they're about 300,000 or more each. So I think we currently have the EMC, but the Ring of Arcania is 3.46 million. That's all of them combined. Holy crap. Yeah, we might need to wait a little bit before we really get working on those, but those could be pretty good because I did want to work on the infestation stuff like the Bladed Purity, but we're not strong enough to really go into the Skulk Horde biome, which is what we'll have to do for some of these materials. Okay, so we can pull out 4 stacks of sentry guns at 614,000 each and still have 600,000 EMC left over. So we almost have enough 5 stacks of. I don't think I really need that many. I just don't want to run out, and we need a little bit of glowstone. And the block toughness outside of explosive damage doesn't really matter. So let's stick to a cheaper block like cobblestone for building, because we're gonna put these on top of the cactus. That, and I'm going to make some little pillars here in the floating corner. So I guess let's actually start with the floating corner pillars. Like, I feel like if we just put a couple of these on the outside like this, we'll make this like 2 layers like this, right? So there we go, just a little corner ring of cobblestone, and then we can just place them right here, and this is kind of perfect. So when they do get through the cactus or the lava and the lasers, I honestly don't know how that's gonna work because there's a big hole and they can't get to our house, but they can shoot through this and still attack them, which is, you know, the idea. So it's still pretty, you know, defended. Aggressive, we want it on always aggressive because the only thing they shouldn't be attacking is us. The reason I'm kind of stacking up on these as well is because some of the other defensive, like the ammunitions turrets or the clay mines, they're very not expensive, but block damaging. So they can cause a lot of area damage to our house and whatnot. It can make it harder to actually use and repair and whatnot. So I don't know when or where or if we'll add an explosive type defense. It just kind of depends, because what will happen to the explosives as well if they get infected? Do they still explode? Are they infected exploding blocks? Or do they no longer explode? I feel like those are all pretty good questions to be asking for the most part, but we'll come across that when we come across it. Right now, I just want to kind of make sure that we're all set. They caught us off guard last time, the entire infection did. We weren't ready to defend the base, and I really don't want that happened again. So I'd rather be over prepared and broke than have all the EMC in the world and not put down the 20 to 30 extra turrets that definitely probably could have saved my life and my home. Now for the cactus, I don't think we're going to be covering every single block. What I think we're going to do is do basically every other cactus on the front row like this. So there we go. Change. Am I not close enough? There we go. Change his mode to aggressive. And I think this is how we're going to set this up. So we don't have, once again, I'm not trying to overload on turrets, but it's the smart way to defend yourself, right? You know what always annoyed me in certain TV shows or movies, and as much as I love something like The Walking Dead or even Last of Us, which is a lot better about it than Walking Dead, is the way they defend homes. Really, I didn't mean to get trapped in here. It's really, really annoying. Like that, they don't build a wall as well. They stop putting up spikes. They don't expand the traps. You know, there's so many things you could do, and it feels like they'll progress, but they'll progress so slowly, and they'll ignore such obvious things. And that's always something that's really bothered me in the survival type apocalyptic shows, especially because it's kind of one of my favorite, if not my favorite story esque genre is apocalyptic survival shows, or anything, I guess, with world building like Dr. Stone, the anime, you know, so those are really big for me, but I feel like there are always some things that, you know, there are pretty obvious solutions and they just don't do them. And so this is one of those solutions, I feel like, and I should just do it. Even though it kind of feels redundant and overboard, it's the smart choice. And realistically, it's what's gonna actually help defend us. So why not? All right, so we've got more sentry guns set up for defenses. I do want to take a quick look to make sure we're not skipping over anything we could possibly use before we go back down to our villagers and start reworking on them. Rift stabilizer's not gonna help us. Block change detector, ooh, that could be useful. I don't know how well it will work with detecting an infection mod like Skulk Horde, but it could be interesting. There's a lot of like mines and hidden mines, fake water, fake lava, which is useless. It's more for players at that point, not mobs. Cage traps are cool, but they didn't do a lot for escape and run. They got infected, they get destroyed, and they don't kill the mob. Electrified iron fences. I forgot that these were even a thing. That's cool. But I kind of would have put these like, I would have put these probably on the inside or outside of the laser wall or the lava pit, so it's kind of hard to put them in now. Maybe we'll find a way to use them later. But like this intelligent ammunition system, if I placed it, say, anywhere on the ground, it would destroy everything, which would allow the mobs to go underneath the lava pit, go underneath our protections, fall down towards our villagers, destroy the walkway up into the cactus wall. So I don't think it's worth it, at least not close to the base. I don't know how the sonic security system works, and last time I tried it, I think was in an older version of Minecraft, and it didn't work. So we might have to do testing with that. Nothing specific that I want to put out there right now, though. So with that in mind, I think we head back down to our villagers friends here, and we reset these guys, because I need some, like, I'm breaking 3 protection 2 based diamond armor or something for it to be worth it. You are the only one I think that's worth keeping. That and maybe the protection 3 armor smith. So we have 2 armor smiths that we really don't want to break, and I think that's it. I mean, there's the Riptide 3, which is cool, but I'm not stressed about it. And there's Depth Strider 1, which is neat, but if I get Depth Strider 1 and combine it with another Depth Strider 1 book all the way up to 3, then combine that onto boots, that's just going to be extra expensive in terms of, you know, experience, and eventually we might run into the issue we can't add everything onto the armor like we want to. We could always try to go to the end, which would give us probably some really good armor for base, like protection 4 and whatnot, but we wouldn't be able to trade for it, so it'd be harder to reobtain. It'd be temporary, and it's a good chance it comes with vanishing or binding on it at a high likelihood. Well, it seems I was both right and wrong. You can reset the villager trades by breaking the blocks, but only if you have not traded with them yet, especially if they're already a master trader. So these guys are all locked, which means I basically know that this guy and that guy are the only useful ones for the most part. So I'm probably gonna move him over there, and I guess set up breeding for the villagers, or move in some new villagers around here, because if I want breeding, they're gonna have to have more beds and actually be able to move around, and I kind of want to lock them into position so I can trade with them easier. We'll just see how it goes, but first I've got to relock this guy up and get more villagers down here, because I need better trades. All right, so I got 3 new villagers, 2 more armorers, and a actual librarian, so hopefully this works out better. And apparently their initial trades do mean basically nothing, so we really shouldn't pay attention to the trade. The only way we're gonna know if they get good trades is if we level them up, so we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Hopefully it's enough though, so I guess let's start with the librarian so we can get some more emeralds and max this out as quickly as possible, because you're gonna be our enchanter book, so thank you all very much for your money. You're gonna be annoying. Okay, let's just get a bunch of chest plates and boots real quick. There we go. Okay. Oh yes, you want coal for emeralds? Yes, we get some money and level you up. Perfect. Let's get some iron chest plates off of you as well. What do you got? You've got iron for emeralds. Nice. That's exactly what we want. Only because it's an extraordinary cheap and easy trade to get off, so we can actually level this guy up a little bit. What about Mr. Librarian here? You have power 5. That's not a bad book. That's not a bad book. That's a solid start for him. That really, really is. So let's go ahead and get some trades off. You already maxed that out. Great. Okay, let's take those bad boys. And yeah, look, we were at 2 million EMC, and I mean, we're down to 86,000 trying to max these trades up, because I mean, we cost just as much, if not more, emeralds than we get for the most part. So it can be a little tricky sometimes to try to get these guys leveled up, but it works out for the most part if we can keep on top of it. Like if we had fortune, it'd be really really nice because 2 diamonds equals an emerald. So we could just come here and boom, that's an extra 8 grand. I could sacrifice my armor, but then I lose all the enchantments, which is kind of the issue. But I guess that's the advantage of all of our crappy villagers. We can trade with them for more emeralds. So we still have a way to make infinite money in trades. It's just not as efficient. I thought prices were supposed to go down, not up. Look, is it because I've bought everything out from you? Look at this, 64 for everything? That's insane. What are these trade prices? That's nuts. I can't believe some of that. I guess I did, yeah, 24 for 49. Did they update trading at some point where they're actually like viable changing trades? Because, oh my God, they just increased the sell value or the value of emeralds. Everything that was like 2013 paper is just not there anymore. That's kind of nuts. That's cool, but nuts. Well, this librarian didn't really work out after Power 5. They got no other enchanting books. These two are actually all right. We've got Unbreaking 1, Protection 2, Unbreaking 1, and Protection 1, and then Unbreaking 1, Protection 1 again on some basic diamond armor. Their trades are kind of out crazy right now because I was spam trading them, so we'll have to wait for those to actually go down. And this guy's got Unbreaking 1, but this one Unbreaking 2 and Protection 2. So there's some all right starts to here, and I don't think it's gonna, oop, I did not mean to punch him. I think that's about the best that we're actually gonna be able to get. So with that in mind, I kind of want to get working on just basically making our exact armor set that we want, you know, actually upgrade into netherite, because that's our goal for next episode, I think, is to make the ultimate netherite set of armor, and we need to prepare for that. But it's a bit expensive because it's going to be 64 emeralds, which is a million EMC for our Unbreaking 3, which we definitely want these as a base. And these guys were enchanted a bunch and combined with a bunch of other pieces already, so these will not be used in the future set of armor. We'll be wearing that for now. But that means I also think I want the Protection 2 base, because that will be pretty good for us. You know, it just also depends on what we get from the enchanting room upstairs that we're going to test out with. From what research I did find, there's no way to actually future-proof what villager trades you're going to get, and we can't stay at this forever. This took a long time just to get these, what, 10 to 13 villagers done. It's kind of insane, especially since it's going to be too difficult to breed and keep them organized down here. So I think I'm going to give it a little bit of time, let these villagers cool off, reset a bunch of their trades and whatnot, and then move on from there, and then we can actually trade with them and then start building the ultimate diamond armor that will be transferred and crafted into netherite armor, because we still have to get netherite scrap. We have to get the smithing templates, because I don't know if we have any of those. So that's all stuff we still have to get. All right, let's see what enchants we can get on some new gear here. So let's start off with the chest plate and Protection 4 right off the bat. That's really tempting. We have Unbreaking 3 on a sword. What about Unbreaking 3 helmet and Protection 4 boots? Obviously, we're going to take the Protection 4. We're going to put it on the actual chest plate. The bow has Unbreaking 3. We're looking for Flame or Infinity on it because we do have a Power 5 Lectern, or I mean Librarian Enchanter, and Depth Strider 3. Protection 4 chest plate. Thorns 2, Unbreaking 3. That's not bad. That's not bad. So that gives us basic thorns, so it's going to be easier and cheaper to get to Thorns 3 and still allow us to get to mending and anything else that we need on it. I think boots are the most diversible enchant. They have the most secondary enchants like Frostwalker, Feather Falling, and Mending. Thorns and Breaking, Protection, Mending. What else could go on like a chest plate? That's what I gotta think of. So we have Blast Protection for pants, more blast. It seems that a lot of these similar pieces have similar enchants. Like if the helmet has blast protection, the diamonds have blast protection. Unbreaking 3, Punch 1, Power 1 and 2. What about a book? Efficiency 3, Fire Aspect 1's not really worth it. Take the enchant table, because we can reset the enchants, right? If we just do this, give a really basic enchant, then put the table back. I believe that should help reset the enchants. Unbreaking 3, Feather Falling 4. That's really good. You might want to take that. Unbreaking Protection 3 is not bad, but I'd like to get base 4. Protection 3 for cheaper. That's a good deal. Punch 2. What about our book here? Unbreaking 3. And did we check the sword? The sword had Unbreaking 3. I kind of want to go with the Feather Falling 4, and it's cheaper EXP. So let's go for it. Come on, come on. Only Feather Falling 4. That's a little rough. That's kind of rough. But we got Protection 4 on the leggings. That could be pretty solid. I just want to double check. Power 4 we don't care about because we have that as an option. Smite 4. Ooh, I don't know if Sharpness or Smite would be better for the infected mobs. I always just run Sharpness. So let's see what we get with our pants. Just Protection 4. Protection 4 is really good, but it's a little rough. Unbreaking 3 sword. Yeah, we're not getting super lucky on some of these enchants here. We could just pull out more diamond armor, right? So let's pull out another chestplate pants because we might get a good combo. So let's see. I'm breaking 3. That could upgrade this bad boy, but there's a risk we get dual enchants on them. Fire protection 3. I don't want to deal with that. That sucks. Feather falling 3 again. Protection 1. That's so annoying. We're just not getting anything worth it. We don't have Unbreaking 3 on our current diamond sword, right? So let's grab it, see what we get. Smite 4, looting 2. That's a good, like, wither skeleton sword, you know? It's not horrible, but it's not great by any means either. Thorns 2 on this chestplate. That's actually really good because we have Thorns 2 and we could use that as an upgrade. Flame, there we go. I'll take that. Just Flame. It's kind of sucky, but Flame's really nice. I'm not going to complain about it when we know we have a Power 5 book waiting for us. Unbreaking 3. That's our best option on the diamond boots. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get protection 3 because that's a whole extra stage we'll have to deal with. So fire protection 3, that's really, really bad. Let's just get it, you know? So multi-shot, knockback 2, efficiency 4, power 4. It's something. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad book by any means. None of these, for the most part, are actually really all that bad, but we're trying to be specific here. And I can't seem to get above protection 3 on a helmet, no matter what I do. It's kind of insane, honestly. Ooh, respiration 3. I will take that because that's a good helmet add-on. That could be one of the last things that we add, so I'm not going to complain about that. And it gives us another reset if we could get anything. Protection 3 chest plate. Jeez. Ooh, infinity. There we go. Okay, so infinity flame. That's a good combo. Multi-shot doesn't matter. Power 4 doesn't matter because we have a power 5 book. So this is going to be our last level 30 enchant, and then we have to get more levels if we want this to work out. Not the worst thing in the world with villager trading. If we can keep the prices low, we get a lot of experience for it, at least in the early rounds. Okay, I think we have to risk the Unbreaking 3 and protection 3. It's something. Oh, we might just have to do a lot of enchants, right? And just combine them later on. I have to say, Rockstars, the enchanting took longer than I actually expected when going over this. And on top of that, I was always a little bit stressed. Not like super stressed, but just a tiny bit stressed because I understand that combining expensive armors together makes it more expensive, and that eventually things become too expensive. That's the whole reason we set up the villagers, obviously. But I don't know which is the exact method to get things super cheap. Is it better to combine everything onto a book, onto a base chestplate with no enchants? Is it better to get a limit of 3 enchants? Is it based off specific enchants as well as their tier of enchants? You know, protection 1 versus 4, obviously there's going to be a price difference, but is protection 4 more expensive than, say, blast protection 4? You know, I don't know about that, you know, or is it only based off the level of enchant and how many enchants? All right, I think this is the best base that we're going to get for a lot of things. We have protection 4, Unbreaking 3, thorns 2 again, Unbreaking 3, and protection 3, Unbreaking 3. So we should be all right if we combine most of these, right? We've got depth strider, feather falling, Unbreaking, and protection on our boots. Now, if we want any thorns on any piece of armor that's not our chest plate, we do have to get a book specifically for it. So I guess let's start combining these. So respiration 3, protection 4, Unbreaking 3. Is it going to be cheaper one way or the other? It's 10 levels this way? That's insane. We don't need this one, do we? Because that's prot 3, Unbreaking 3. We have prot 4, Unbreaking 3. We want the thorns 3 from it. If we do it this way, that's 31 levels. Jeez, that's what we were trying to avoid. 31 this way too, but we get fire instead of good old protection. We get fire protection instead of regular protection. And that's expensive. I think the fact that it has the extra layer on there is what makes it really difficult. So I think what we should do is honestly get another chest plate rolling. So I think we keep prot 4, Unbreaking, and thorns 2, but I think we set these 2 aside for now, and then that one we still need to work on, because we also have to get mending on these, so we need to save as much as we can. So you have prot 4, Unbreaking 3, that's protection 3, Unbreaking 3, and that's protection 4. So actually, you guys are used to. We can put you off to the side. We need thorns and mending for our pants, I believe. I don't know what else we could get. Now, the boots are going to be tricky, so let's see. What do we got here? Prot 3, depth strider 3, protection 3, Unbreaking 3, depth strider 3, so that's our best set. Prot 3, ooh, we need feather falling, so this is already on here, and it doesn't go up to depth strider 4, but we already have Unbreaking, so we need this for protection 4, we need this for feather falling, so that's 10 levels. Is it cheaper this way? That's 22 levels. Geesh, what if we throw these here? That's 9 levels, that's 8 levels. So we we throw these, then we do this, that's 19 levels. Then we do this, that's 23 levels. So we need 19 levels for this. That's not all that bad though. I think it caps around 35 to 40 levels for enchant. So that means we still have some work we could work with on the diamond boots, and we won't be capped out for being too expensive. Now we did get some good swords. We've got sharp 4 and breaking 3, and that's our looting 2 smite sword, but we have sharp 4 knocks back to fire aspect 2. So we can combine these 14 levels this way, 18 levels this way to combine them. But that's going to be a pretty good sword. We have knockback, fire aspect, sharpness, I guess mending and unbreaking. Those what else? That's all we kind of need on the sword. And for the most part, the sword I'm not as worried about for mending. I'm mainly worried about at least having unbreaking 1 on. And if we get this all done before it's netherite, it's cheaper that way too. I think that's how it works. Alright, so after about 1 million EMC and a lot of enchanting books, we have, I think, everything we can get, but mending, I don't know if you can even get mending through enchantments. I didn't see it once. I don't know if it's a trade or a villager trade only. So now we've got to combine all the thorns, the frost walkers, the looting, sweeping edge, aqua infinity, and breaking for the sword, all of this onto the right pieces of armor without making it too expensive. And that way, the only thing left will be mending. All right, so first off, let's go ahead and combine all the books that we need. So first of all the thorns 2s that we combined from thorns 1s and whatnot, we need to get those into the thorns 3s that we need. Next up, frost walker, and that alone was all of the levels it had. Oh my god, I had like just short of 40 levels. I guess I'm going back to villager trading and getting even more. Holy crap. All right, let's do our boots because I think they're going to be most expensive. And we still have to put Frostwalker on them. Would it be cheaper to put Frostwalker on them first or last? 23 levels this way, 19 levels this way. Let's go for this. Yeah, and I'm not going above. Oh, what? No, I can't, can I? Or can, oh, I guess because I have Depth Strider. That makes sense. Never mind, it's not too expensive. So I just wasted, you know, levels on that. That's actually not that big of a deal. I think I'd rather have Depth Strider than Frostwalker. We could always get another set of boots specifically for that. Okay, so our boots are done, right? Yeah, okay, so with that done, we have 8 levels. We should be able to put Aqua Infinity on our helmet, right? Yeah, so Respiration, Aqua Infinity, Protection, and Unbreaking. So we're good on that. So we need to do our sword. We need to put thorns on. Actually, no, we still have to put thorns on everything too. Crap. How much is that average going to cost us? 16-ish levels. 13 levels and 16. Yeah, so that's quite a lot. All right, 33 levels. That should be enough to put the thorns on both the boots and the helmet, I do believe. There we go. Now I need, what, 13 more levels? We need 13 total levels, so 12 and a half or 11 and a half more levels so we can put thorns on our leggings. Then it's just our sword, which needs the looting, sweeping edge, and unbreaking 3, plus these 2 swords combined for sharp 5 and the knockback and fire aspect combo. So we're almost done with this, and it's prepared to be turned into netherite next episode. I don't think I did this perfectly by any means, but I do think I did a pretty decent job. Oh, there's looting 2 on this sword. I could put these 2 together to get looting 3, and then, but that's gonna be really expensive. I guess we'll figure that out, because I would like to put, I would lose smite 4, but I'd be okay with that putting looting 3 instead of looting 2 on my main sword, because I can just use a different sword, because this one is so perfect almost. I think we should be good enough to turn this into a max netherite sword, even though I did this a less efficient way than I did the armor. All right, I think we're gonna put the book on last. If we try to put all of these enchants on a sword that's already got some of these big ones, it's gonna make it really expensive. So I think we're gonna do the smite one first, 18 levels that way. Is it cheaper if we do it this way? 15 level. Ooh, so that's unbreaking, sharp 4, looting 2. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, breaking 3, sharp 4, breaking 3, looting 2. We get rid of the smite. Okay, we combine these. Now we do this way. That's 23 levels. This is 19 levels. There we go. Okay, so we want to do it in this specific order. I think that makes sense because we're not repairing this sword. If we put this one first, we're repairing it with this sword. So that's why it's more expensive as well. So 19 levels for these to combine. What if we just put the book on this now? That's 21 level. Jeez. Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to be another 20 something to put the book on there. So we need 35 to 40-ish levels levels, so a little more than we usually get on these runs. All right, 41 levels. There's no way this isn't enough. 19 levels for this, and we combine these, 25 levels. I am 3 levels away from being able to get this, but this will be an Unbreaking 3, Looting 3, Sharpness 5, Knockback 2, Fire Aspect 2, and Sweeping Edge 3 sword. Then all we have to do for all of this gear, grade it with Netherite. It's insane. We're so close. I can't believe we're 3 levels short. That's nuts. And there we go, the ultimate diamond sword. I'm glad I didn't rename any of the armor or weapons. I thought about it, but it won't show up in chat since it's mobs. Outside of mending, everything is maxed out. All we gotta do is make it Netherite now. I mean, we still have to put power 5 on this bow here, but I'm not super stressed about that right now. It's got flame, Unbreaking, and infinity, and technically protection, because I had a protection 3 and breaking 3 book and it put it on there anyways. I figured it would just not show up on the bow, but it does. I guess I should grab a basic diamond sword since I'm not going to be using that one for now. And that is a great place to end off today's episode, Rockstars. We have done some amazing work and we are prepared to go netherite hunting next time. And I think once we get full netherite, we can actually go into the biome of the Skulk infested and start slaying them and looking for the specific ores or materials we need to have their infestation or purifying block crafted and activated to get rid of the infection. So leave a like, comment, subscribe down below if you did enjoy it, and I'll see y'all next time, Rockstars. Until then, peace.